75 miles from Florida's capital lies a little town whose economy is driven by the Apalachicola River. Apalachicola is home to several industries whose existence relies solely upon this river. In particular, the Apalachicola Bay's $200 million seafood industry supports 85% of the local population. For the 2,000 residents who call this town home, it is a way of life they aim to preserve for generations to come.
I stay on the boat probably 4 days a week, and I've been doing that for many years here in Apalachicola.
I've been camping and staying in my buddies' houseboats. I mean, I got several buddies that has houseboats. This is the weekend thing mostly, and been doing this for around 30 years.
I've been living on the river about 6 years. We love being on the water, so my kids have been raised on this river, tubing and skiing and swimming, and we on the river a lot, so we spend a lot of time up here.
I prefer the waterfront living. It's a nice view. That's why we're in Apalachicola. That's why I'm in Florida. It's just a great way of life, and it has its exciting moments, and it has a lot of nice downtime that you can just sit back and enjoy. Rather than cutting lawns and painting houses so much, to be more on the boat side of life.
The way of life that has been nurtured on the banks of the Apalachicola River is being threatened by ecological, economical, and political forces. In particular, the water levels are becoming dangerously low in the Apalachicola because of the extreme demand in Atlanta.
The river's actually narrowing. Places used to be 18, 20 foot deep. Might only be 6 or 8 foot deep now. But the river's dropping fast. It would only be a couple of months and it'll be down so low you cannot hardly travel the river in certain areas.
So we started seeing small changes from 2000 to 2007. 2007 we've seen our most drastic change, where the river actually dropped down so low and stayed so low. And then in 2012, there was at times where the river stayed below a foot for like 8-9 months out of the year.
What happens when the freshwater flows drop when it's coming down the river? When those flows drop to a minimum, then salt water is allowed to infuse into the bay, which causes a very high salinity, causes salinity imbalance, and allows predators to come into the bay and devastate the oyster industry. The water flows down the Apalachicola River has a devastating effect on our estuary here in Apalachicola. Our estuary has been designated as a biosphere by the United Nations. Acre for acre, we produce more shrimp, more seafood here than any other place in the Northern Hemisphere. Well, everybody in this community is impacted because the oystermen that work the bay for a living are now having trouble making enough money to support their families. The feds declared the oyster industry a disaster 3 years ago and allocated $6.6 million to try to help us do some things to bring the bay back.
Not only are these issues detrimental to Apalachicola's residents, the impact can be felt throughout the Gulf Coast region and beyond. To Florida locals and tourists alike, it's a vital and incredibly valuable waterway whose preservation is crucial.
By putting us as the industry, I mean, if it's like the oysters, the Tupelo, a combination or whatever, but if the Corps could look downstream at those industries and see what's happening to them and try to put them in their equation of trying to take care of the whole basin. Because see, they don't really worry about what's below Lake Seminole.
These reservoirs were authorized by Congress many years ago with 3 authorized uses: flood control, hydropower, and transportation. The system of the reservoirs need to be operated in a different fashion.
For many, the issue goes beyond the industry, having a lasting impact on the personal lives of the locals and future generations to come.
I'd like for my grandkids to experience what I did over the years, and I'm afraid that may not happen. If it continues the way it is, they're not going to be able to enjoy and see the things I have over my lifetime up there. That's one of my main concerns.
I don't know what the next 10 years holds for this industry. There's no future. You don't see a future. It's dim.